I'd like to do another slow 12-bar blues. This is a tune that Little Walter, the famous Chicago blues harp player, made famous, called Blues with a Feeling. And there's a new chord alert, new chord in this song. This is a new way to play your A7th. Instead of this A7th, you're going to do this bar where your index finger hits the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd and 1st string. So you flatten your finger like that so it hits the top 4 strings of the guitar, and then with this finger you catch the 1st string. So that's a new way to play an A7th. And in this tune we're going to be sliding that around a little bit. So you can, for instance, if you just strum those 4 strings that you're fretting with your thumb, you can move it around like that. And if you move it up 2 frets, suddenly it's a B7th. Instead of playing this B7th, you can play your B7th up there. And then slide it back down to the A7th, and that's a real nice bluesy effect going back and forth between those 2 chords. The B7th up here and the A7th down here. Now, for the E7th, we'll just use this turnaround position that we used. And here's a little bit of Blues with a Feeling. I'm just going to be strumming it with my thumb, and keep your eyes mostly on my left hand and check out what is going on with these. See, now we've just got 3 chords, this E7th, the A7th, and the B7th. But they're all sliding around, moving around a little bit to make some nice bluesy effects, like this. Blues with a feeling, that's what I have today. Blues with a feeling, that's what I have today. I've got to find my baby, if it takes both night and day. Now we'll mix that in with the other chords like this. And it's sad and lonesome, waking up all by yourself. Sad and it's lonesome, waking up all by yourself. That's when the one you love has gone off with somebody else. Now all of these blues techniques can be mixed and matched. Like you could go blues with a feeling, that's what I have today. And use that as an in-between the vocals fill, then go back to your boogie-woogie lick. Blues with a feeling, that's what I have today. I've got to find my baby, if it takes both night and day. Okay, now let's see. This E7th up here turned into an A7th when you moved it down a fret. Every once in a while, instead of going to the A7th chord, blues players will just drop this position down a fret, and that's what we did at the beginning. Instead of going to the A7th, you just drop that down. Now, to finish this song, there's another portion of the song where you do some little typical blues stop time stuff. To do that right, I just want to show you a nice bluesy lick. I call it this is the Hoochie Coochie Man lick, because it's the one that Muddy Waters used in the Hoochie Coochie blues. And it's simple. Look, with this finger here, your ring finger, you sort of bar as if you were making part of an A7th chord. You bar and play with your thumb. You just brush those barred strings, and then you brush the same 4, 3, and 2. You brush them open, and then back to an E. Come to think of it, we've been doing E7ths all along. Here's a real E. It's just like the E7th, but with this ring finger added. So you can keep your E chord and just sort of drop the ring finger down so it frets like that, and then up and back to E. There's a lot of blueses that just are based on this lick. So what happens, and let's back up and do this in Blues with a Feeling. I've got to find my baby, if it takes both night and day. Well, you know I love you, baby. Wonder the reason why you've gone and left me, baby. Left me here to cry, blues with a feeling. That's what I have today. I've got to find my baby, if it takes both night and day. Okay, now one last thing that I want to do. When you've got this thump thump steady beat going with your thumb, sometimes you can do these licks that are in between the vocals. You can do those by brushing up with your finger, and as much as possible, you keep this going all the time. So sometimes you're going to be doing both things at once, like that. Say you're brushing down with your thumb, and when there's a pause in between the vocal, you slip in some of this stuff with your finger. It's the beginning of real finger picking, where you've really got the thumb and the index finger doing two really different things. But the main thing about it is you keep this steady 1, 2, 3, 4 beat going with your thumb, and don't let anything interfere with that. And you do this, and this takes second place to that, because this is where your rhythm's coming from. What I want to do is split the screen so that you can watch both of my hands, because I'm going to be doing all this moving around here, and also I want you to see what it looks like when you've got the thumb going against that index. Blues with a feeling, that's what I have today. Blues with a feeling, that's what I have today. I've got to find my baby, if it takes both night and day. So here I've got my thumb hitting the top string, the 6th string. And when I go to the A7th, it's going to be on the 5th string. That's what I have today. Now here, if you play this B7th up here, then your thumb has to hit the 4th string. If it takes both night and day. Did you ever wake up all by yourself? Wake up all by yourself. You know the one you're loving has gone off with somebody else.